When a man who looked homeless walked into a high-end office building, everyone tried to avoid him. But the arrogant manager went further. He insulted him, humiliated him, and tried to throw him out. Little did he know. The homeless man was the billionaire boss who owned the entire company he worked for. And that mistake changed his life forever. At Brightstone Corporation, everything looked perfect on the outside. Glass walls, expensive furniture, employees dressed in the latest fashion. But on the inside there was one major flaw. Manager Kelvin. Kelvin was charming when the directors were around. But once they left, he became a nightmare. He insulted staff, yelled at interns, and treated anyone he considered below him like trash. He believed money and power were everything, and he thought he had both. Little did he know, he was about to meet someone far above him. Early one morning, an older man walked into the building. His clothes were dirty. His shoes were worn out. His beard was rough, and he looked like he hadn't slept well. This man was Mr. Henry Cole, the real billionaire owner of Brightstone. But nobody knew his face. He always worked through lawyers and rarely visited offices. Today he decided to arrive secretly, dressed as a less fortunate man, to see how people treated strangers. He quietly entered the lobby and waited. As he stood there, employees whispered, "Why is a homeless man here? Did he walk into the wrong place? He smells, someone should send him away." But Mr. Cole didn't respond. He simply observed. Then manager Kelvin appeared. He stopped walking the moment he saw the man and stared in disgust. "You," Kelvin said loudly, "why are you here? This is a professional environment." Henry Cole nodded politely. "I'm here to see someone." Kelvin laughed sarcastically. "To see who? Security? Maintenance? We don't give charity here." The receptionist tried to intervene. "Sir, maybe he has an appointment." Kelvin snapped at her. "Don't defend him. Look at him." He turned back to Henry. "Sir, get out. We don't allow homeless people to wander into this building. You're making clients uncomfortable." Henry calmly replied, "I only need a moment." Kelvin raised his voice even louder. "Get out before I call security." Employees watched in shock. Some wanted to help, but Kelvin's reputation for firing people kept them quiet. Finally, Kelvin yelled, "If you're looking for food, try across the street. This place is worth billions, not a shelter for people like you." He pointed angrily at the door. Henry lowered his head and slowly walked away. Not because he was afraid, but because he already saw everything he needed. An hour later, the entire office was ordered to gather in the boardroom. Everyone whispered, confused. Then the door opened, and the homeless man walked in, but this time he was wearing a clean suit. His beard trimmed. His posture straight and commanding. Kelvin's jaw dropped. The directors followed him inside. One of them announced, "Everyone meet Mr. Henry Cole, the billionaire owner of Brightstone Corporation." The room went silent. Kelvin felt his knees weaken. Henry stepped forward and looked directly at him. "Mr. Kelvin," he said gently, "is this how you treat strangers?" Kelvin swallowed hard. Sir, I didn't know. If I had known you were..." Henry raised a hand. "That is the problem. You only respect people when you think they have something to offer." Kelvin's face drained of color. Henry continued, "A manager should lead with kindness, not arrogance. You embarrassed the company today." Kelvin tried to speak, but no words came out. Then Henry said the words that froze Kelvin's entire world. "You are relieved of your duties immediately." Gasps filled the room. Kelvin begged desperately, "Sir, please. I made a mistake. I can change." Henry shook his head. "You had the opportunity to choose kindness, and you failed." Security escorted Kelvin out, the same way he tried to throw out Henry earlier. After Kelvin's removal, Mr. Cole spoke to the employees. "Never judge someone by their appearance. Respect should not depend on wealth or status. Every human being deserves dignity." Applause filled the room. From that day on, Brightstone transformed. Employees were kinder. Respect became a core value. Promotions were based on character, not pride. And Kelvin? He learned the hard way that arrogance destroys opportunities, and you never know who you're talking to. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share for more life-changing stories. Thank you for watching.